Hello again and welcome back to the shop. This is Randy. Today I was going to start working on the engine frame for the Galloway Hit and Miss engine. I picked up a tilting table from Vevor. It was relatively inexpensive. I looked for some of them on eBay and the prices wasn't reasonable, I thought. So for a used one, they wanted anywhere between $350 and $500 for a used one. So I thought, well, I'll take a chance and I'll buy an import, and I'm going to make some modifications to it so I can clamp it to the table. And well, anyway, I'll just show you what I got going on. This is the tilting table that I bought. I got to modify these slots here because the slots are like 12 millimeter, and I have a half-inch hold-down stud, which is like 15 millimeter. So I got to enlarge these slots here. And I stoned the surface of it and put a straight edge across this side of it here, zeroed it out, and then I took a straight edge. Here's my straight edge here. Set this on here. I'm zero there, and when I bring the table across, it's within about a half a thou, depending on where you put it. Let me go back across the other way here. It's a half a thousandth right there. But when I take the parallel and I put it lengthwise with it, it's off 8 thousandths. And the far end here, the parallel will read 0 here plus 8 here. So the bottom of this isn't flat. So what I got to do is I'm going to take this off of here, and I'm going to surface grind the bottom of it. And I'm going to surface grind the top part, make sure that that's also flat, because I stoned it and it's got some lower areas in it. But then what I want to do is I want to machine some pieces that will go on the side here. That will go on the side here like this here. I'll machine a groove in the piece I'm going to put on, and I want to bolt it to it. That way I can mount it to the table in this direction, and I can just use the T-slots if I want to turn it 90 degrees and mount it to the table so it tilts front to back instead of side to side, because there's no way to clamp it for having it mounted this way on the table. That's my thoughts anyway. And I'll surface grind everything and make sure everything is good. And so I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over to the surface grinder. I'm going to grind the bottom of it flat, grind the top, and then start on machining the pieces that are going to bolt here. It's going to span all the way across, and I can use my hold downs on the underside of it. Okay, I got this table set up on a surface grinder, and I just touched off on this corner here. And we're not touching on the other side. Okay, I made a few more passes on this. It's touching pretty much all the way across on this end here. This end here is touching on both ends, not in the middle, and not in the middle here or the middle here. And I've taken 7/1000ths off of it. So far. I'm just going to make another pass here, let it spark out, and then I think it will be done. The bottom will be done. Okay, the bottom of this is finished. I'm going to get this cleaned up a little bit here and I'll be back. Okay, I just touched off on top of this table here. Zeroed out my indicator. I'm going to turn the coolant on. I'm going to make a quick pass across there and let's see what it looks like. Kind of what I suspected from the measurements I took. It's high here and high in this corner. Lower the head down another thousandth of an inch and we'll make a pass across here. Well, it's still low in the middle. Take another thousandth here. I'll make this pass, I'll be back. Okay, I took another thousandth and it looks like it's going to clean up all the way across, so we'll finish it and then it should be done. Okay. I went and wiped that off. It looks pretty good. A lot better than what it was. So I'll get this cleaned up and I'll be back. Well, I got this part all ground up. I got it cleaned up. So the other thing I was kind of concerned about was, let me flip it over here. These surfaces here kind of look like somebody took a grinder to them. I don't know how true they are, and I don't really know how I'd go about machining it to fix it, to make sure that they're right. I don't know. I have to think on it and see, but I don't want to make it worse than what it is what I'm trying to say. So it'd be nice to somehow check these. The only thing I could think of to do would be to possibly mount this on a rotary table, but I haven't decided yet. Well, this tilting table I think is in a little better shape than what it was when I first got it. At least all the surfaces, the bottom and the top are flat to each other. Like I said, I don't know about this, about the ends where the table pivots on, if those are very accurate either. But anyway, I'll do some thinking on it, and in the next part I'm going to be machining the pieces that go on the bottom here and get those ground up on the surface grinder. That way everything is perfectly flat, and so that'll be coming up in the next video. So hope you enjoyed that. Got to see a little surface grinder action, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.